It's time to stop using Google Drive to deliver photos to your clients. And if you still deliver with USBs or DVDs, then you really need to watch this. Hey everyone, it's Stefano Lombardo here, and today I'm going to explain why you should be using an online photo gallery when delivering photos to your client. I'm also going to show you how to upload the photos, explain some of the cool features you can do, and how to actually deliver them. The online photo gallery I'm going to be talking about today is Pic-Time because it's the one I use and the one I think is the better option. And just so you know, you can use Pic-Time completely free with the option to upgrade if you need to, but personally, I use the free plan and it's perfect for what I need it to do. And before we start, let me just say that this video is not sponsored by Pic-Time. They aren't paying me to make this or anything like that, even though it may sound like it. And let me just throw this out there, you don't have to use Pic-Time. There are other online photo galleries like Pixieset that do the same thing. But one of the main reasons I went with Pic-Time over Pixieset is because you can get 20 gigabytes of storage instead of 3 with the free plan. So let's talk about why you should be using a service like this to deliver your galleries. The main reason is presentation. How do you want your photos to look when you send them to your client? When your client is looking at their photos for the first time, you want them to be amazed and overall excited to see them. A website like Google Drive just doesn't offer that same experience. They don't really present the photos, they're basically like, here are the files, and if you want to view them, you need to open each of them separately. Whereas websites like Pic-Time were made for this. They actually display these photos in a beautiful gallery for your clients to see. It's visually pleasing and overall a great experience for both the client and you, the photographer. Which leads me to my next point, and that's the user experience. If your client has to open each file separately to view the photo, they're not getting the best experience. And to be honest, when I transfer something from my computer to my phone using Google Drive, I even find the process kind of annoying. When downloading photos to your phone, you have to save each of them separately. You don't want to put your client through that. PicTime makes it super easy for clients to view and save all their photos at once. You know, instead of explaining this, let me just hop on the computer and I'll show you just how awesome this website is. So to create your first gallery, you're going to go over to Client Galleries and you're just going to click Add Client Gallery. Once you're in there, you want to create a name for your gallery. To demonstrate, I'm going to use photos from a photo shoot I did a couple weeks ago. So I'm just going to name it the model's name and portrait photo shoot. The name is what's going to show up right here when your client is viewing the gallery. So make sure it's appropriate. Don't put untitled or test or something like that. Make sure it's an actual name for your gallery that you want to present. From there, enter the date of the photo shoot. I'm just going to leave it right there, but make sure you get the date correct as well. And then your language, English or whatever language you want your gallery to be in. As you can see, the gallery name changed on the example, and now we want to change this photo right here. So you're going to go down to upload cover photo. And you want to pick a photo from the shoot. So I'm going to pick one of my favorite photos, which is this one right here. After you've uploaded the cover photo, you can see that changes were made. I don't really like the design of this cover, so you can go to choose gallery cover design and make some changes. Personally, I think this one is the best one, or even this one, but I'm gonna go with this one right here. As you can see, the photo isn't really centered. So if you want to adjust that, you can just go to focal point and then click somewhere in the middle of the photo or where you want the focal point to be. As you can see, your head is no longer cut off by the border and the photo is completely centered. After you completed this page, you're going to click on continue. So creating scenes is actually one of my favorite things about Pic-Time. You can create different scenes for a number of things, whether there was 2 different locations that you guys shot at, or you're a wedding photographer and you have photos from the reception and photos from the after party, and you want to just organize those photos a little bit better for the client. You can do exactly that by creating different scenes. So you can go over here and set a scene name. For example, the photo shoot that I did a couple weeks ago, we went to 2 different locations. So I'm going to actually use those 2 different locations as different scenes. So the gallery is a little bit more organized. And if she wants to find photos from just that location, she can click on that scene. So the first part of the photo shoot was on top of a parking garage at Kensington Market. So I'm just going to name this Kensington. And the other location was just somewhere random. I don't really know what the name of it was, so I'll just name this Park. Now that we have our two scenes or our two locations, we can go ahead and upload the photos. If you're new to PicTime or you've never uploaded photos to PicTime, you won't have this window. It'll actually get you to download this PicTime quick uploader. So this little window or app gets installed to your computer, and this is what you're going to use to upload your photos to PicTime. So I have my folder here with the edited photos from that shoot, and I'm just going to select all the photos from Kensington and drop them in the quick uploader. While that's being uploaded, we can click on Park and begin to upload the other set of photos from the random location. It'll take a little bit of time to upload all the photos, but in the meantime, we can click on Continue and go on to our next step. Now on this page, we're just going to adjust some settings. So for occasion, we're just going to select portraits here. Now you can just go down the list and adjust some of these settings. So for instance, private gallery. Do you want your gallery to be private? Because here's the thing with PicTime, you actually get a personal link to your portfolio or all your galleries that you can share, and people can see your galleries to see your work. But if you want your gallery to be private just to the client, then you can check this for private gallery. You can set a date for the gallery to expire so your clients only have a limited time to download them. And then after that, you can delete your gallery and then you can get your gigabyte of space back. And again, do you want it to show on the portfolio? Allow clients to download the photos, obviously, and you can adjust those settings. Do you want to allow sharing so your client can share them on Facebook or email or Twitter? And there's some other stuff like client can add photos to the gallery. I personally don't do this. I don't know what photos they're going to contribute to it. You can add a watermark and play music when they click on the gallery or when they first open the gallery. And you can have an online store so they can buy prints of their photos. So this is basically what I leave it at when I'm creating my galleries. But one thing I will do is go into client can download photos, the settings. So the cool thing you can do with PicTime is upload the full res photo, and then your client has the option to download it in whatever size they want. So instead of going into Lightroom and exporting all the photos at a size only good for Instagram, you can actually upload the full res file and then give your client the option to change the size. This is good if your client is a brand and they want a high res file for their billboards or advertisements, and they also want a small size for their social media. So usually I like to change this to only the main clients can download. That way, if they share it with some of their friends can't download the file, only the client can. And you have the option to allow free high-res downloads or charge for them. And over here, you can change the download size. So for high-res, I usually leave this on original size of the photo, or you can enter your own width and height. And then for web size, you can change it to whatever you want. So I usually do 2048 for Instagram posts and social media. And then you can check whether you only want a specific scene to be downloaded or all of them. Usually, if you're giving your photos to your client after a photo shoot, you want them to be able to download all the photos. So just leave that checked. And if you want a little preview of what the gallery looks like, you can click on Preview Gallery, and then you can look at it. So the cool thing is it starts at Kensington. You can change the order of them and you can see all the photos. And then as you scroll down, it'll be separated into Park. So this is the other scene. If your client likes a specific photo, they can click on Buy and then buy a print of that photo right directly from PicTime. This is a great option to make extra money from your photo shoots and something that is not offered by using a service like WeTransfer or Google Drive. Now, if we click on Continue, it'll bring us to automation and discounts. Now, this is where you can offer discounts to your clients. So let's say you did set an expiry date on your gallery and you want to offer a discount or a promo for your clients to buy prints at a discounted rate before the gallery is expired. You can turn that on, set the promo for 1 week or 2 weeks or whatever you want, and then the discount to however much you want as well. So you have your gallery completed and it's looking absolutely amazing. How do you actually share this with your client? We're gonna click on Continue and it'll bring us to the next tab, which is Share. So this is actually where we're gonna share it to the client. You're going to type in your client's name and your client email. In this case, I'm going to use my name and my email because I think it would be a little weird for my client to receive the photos twice. So I'm just going to type in my name. I'm going to type in my email. You cannot produce a secure. Okay, this is because my email is already tied with this account. So I'm just going to use my other email. And you can just click send to client. Now here you have the option of adding your own message or just using the default package. You can add something like it was a pleasure working with you or anything like that, or you can leave it just how it is. I'll go ahead and just click send email, and you get a little check mark saying that the project will be sent to the client. And this is what the email will look like when your client receives it, with a big gray button saying view gallery. Now, after your gallery's live and you've shared it with your client, you have a couple other options like workflow, where you can ask your client to select photos for an album or anything like that. You have album proofing, and then you have your dashboard, where this is going to show how many views your gallery got, how many downloads your gallery got, if your client is downloading all the photos, which photos got downloaded the most. And then you also have store sales, where it tells you how much money you made off of high-res downloads, if you didn't offer them free, print sales, anything like that. So this is a full rundown of what you can do on the free version of PicTime. So if you want to give your clients the best experience, ditch the USBs, the DVDs, Google Drive, and use an online photo gallery like PicTime. I remember when I was trying to find a way to deliver photos to clients, I was actually having a really hard time. So hopefully this video helps some of you. Let me know how you currently deliver your photos down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell to be notified when I post a new video. Peace.